Finding the right price to facilitate trade and create more through specialization. Trade begins with a simple idea. People, businesses, and countries are different in what they can produce and how much it costs them, in time, effort, or resources to produce it. The challenge is finding the right price, a price that reflects those differences and makes exchange worthwhile for everyone involved. When prices do this well, trade doesn't just move goods from one place to another, it actually helps the total amount of goods in the system grow. To understand how this works, we start with absolute advantage. A producer has an absolute advantage when it can make more of a good using the same resources than someone else. For example, if one bakery can bake more loaves of bread per hour than another bakery, it has an absolute advantage in bread production. Absolute advantage tells us who is more productive, but it doesn't fully explain why both sides can benefit from trading instead of trying to make everything themselves. That explanation comes from comparative advantage, which is based on opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what you give up to get something else. Even if one producer is better at making every product, trade can still be beneficial if each side specializes in what it can produce at a lower opportunity cost. The key question is not who is best at making this, but who gives up the least to make it. Now let's connect this to price. The right price is one that falls between the opportunity costs of the two trading partners. Imagine two people trading shirts and shoes. One person gives up fewer shirts to make a pair of shoes, while the other gives up fewer shoes to make a shirt. If the price of shoes in terms of shirts is set somewhere between those two opportunity costs, both sides gain. Each person can trade for what they want at a lower cost than if they tried to produce it themselves. When prices reflect these opportunity costs, they send powerful signals. A higher price tells producers that a good is relatively scarce or costly to make, encouraging those with a lower opportunity cost to step in and produce more. A lower price tells producers that their resources might be better used elsewhere. Over time, this guides each producer toward what they do relatively well. This leads to specialization, and this is where something remarkable happens. The total amount of goods and services can actually increase. When people or businesses focus on what they are best at, they become more efficient. They learn better methods, invest in better tools, and reduce waste. As a result, they can produce more output with the same resources. Think of a simple example. Two neighbors both try to grow food and build furniture. One is better at farming, and the other is better at carpentry. If each tries to do both jobs, they end up with limited food and basic furniture. But if one specializes in farming and the other in carpentry, and they trade at a fair price, both end up with more food and better furniture than before. The trade didn't just rearrange what they had, it helped create more overall. This same idea applies on a much larger scale to businesses and entire economies. When countries specialize based on comparative advantage and trade at prices that reflect opportunity costs, global production expands. More goods become available, and consumers have more choices at lower prices. In the end, the right price does more than make a single trade possible. It coordinates millions of individual decisions, guiding specialization, encouraging efficiency, and helping turn differences in productivity into greater total output. By reflecting absolute advantage, comparative advantage, and opportunity cost, prices become the quiet force that helps the entire system produce more, not just trade more.